All right, man. Yeah, yeah. Good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff. Ah, we're just getting started. Damn, this goddamn controller wire keeps on wrapping up. It's pissing me off. Don't you hate that when you kind of wrap up the controller wire and then you unwrap it and the fucking thing just kind of... God, get out of there. It's like just... Oh, shit, the road! Holy hell. Oh, okay. I'm okay. Wow, how far over was I there? I didn't hear the noise. That was good. Yeah, but anyway, I'm using a PlayStation 1 controller to play this game. I pretty much use this for every game I play on the PC. And the goddamn wire. I haven't looked, but I wonder if I'm sure they don't. I wonder if they sell like a wireless adapter for like a PS3 controller. Like I have this little blue adapter that enables me to plug PS1 and PS2 controller if I wanted into this thing, and then I hook that up to the computer. And actually, I have one for the N64 as well because that controller is so fucking crazy. That adapter was actually a real pain in the fuck to get a hold of, by the way. So yeah, I wonder. I highly doubt they do, but man, it'd be cool if they had one for like a PS3. That'd be fucking sweet. I'm so sick of wires. Now the N64 had a great wire, the cord, because it was so thin, it was so thin. And the let's talk about wires or cords, whatever you want to call them, for the controllers. What's another good one? I always liked I really liked the SNES, the Super Nintendo. That was kind of thin. I don't know. It's been a long time since I've had one of those in my hand. Those were kind of thin, small, easy to unwrap, and they didn't like clutter up. And the PSX isn't that bad. There's been worse, but it's not exactly the thinnest. Nintendo. I think that was kind of big too. The old NES, Sega Genesis. I think those were big, if I remember. Those were wide, annoying wires too. PS2, I think that's the same really as the PS1. Yeah, the N64. Here's my N64 controller. Let's look at this. Come here. Hey! No! Don't! Oh! What are you doing? Oh shit! Okay, we're okay. All right. Nothing going on. Nothing unusual is going on. Everything is normal. There's nothing to be concerned about. All right. Nothing odd is happening. Everything is okay. So, good stuff. Nothing wrong. Whew. Wow, look at that. Whoa, okay, there it is. Going off the road there. I was waiting for it. I think I timed it. I timed it one time, right? In the last video. Let's see how long it takes. I'm going to time this again. Let's see how long it takes to go from all the way from the left of the side of the road to the right. Ready? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. Okay, about 27. God, the fucking counter on this thing is like kind of not that great right now. I don't know. It was counting like by 2 seconds, or like it would skip. It'd skip a second. It would go by twos. I don't know. Hey! Don't do that. What are you doing? I'm looking at it right now. It's not doing it anymore. What's up with that? You just waited for me to count. See, now it's on track. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so what's the problem, man? Whatever. I don't know. What is going on? What am I doing? Oh, man. Crazy shit. But it's okay, Nothing to be concerned about. Everyone's okay. We're going to get through this desert bus, Whew, man. Nothing funny going on here. We're just having a good time. So anyway, let's see. What's on the agenda? What's on the agenda here? What am I in the mood for? The mood. Mute. Well, I don't have anything up on the net, phone number wise, places to call, like businesses or that kind of shit. And last time on Desert Bus, I did do a couple of prank calls. They're either hit or miss. I don't really have anything set up right now. I got some shit lined up that I might want to try out later. But what about just randomly picking up my phone, just calling certain people? I mean, sometimes, like, the best things can be just a random accident, Calling people up, seeing their reaction. Let's turn my phone on. Turn the phone on. Yeah, some people are very angry sometimes. Yeah, hit or miss. Sometimes they just hang up. Sometimes, God, remember, I think last time I called like 10 people before I got somebody. Do I got any messages? I wish I could show you the screen of my cell phone. A little screen where you got your little background graphic and it's the time and the date and that stuff. I got my text right here. Here's kind of a little funny story. Okay. It used to say, like, sometimes you can write something out on the screen and it displays there. Well, it used to say Dave's cell. Dave's cell. That's because it's true. It's Dave's cell. So just like one time, a couple of years back, I was with a bunch of my friends, we're just hanging out, whatever. And he grabs my cell phone. He sees the screen, and it says Dave's cell, and he starts just cracking up. He thought that was the fucking funniest thing ever. He's like, "You fucking dork! Why would you put Dave's cell on it? It's just so. What are you doing, dummy?" And he's just like, "That's so silly. That's nonsense. Dave's cell. Ooh." I'm like, "Dude, what the fuck? What do you want me to write? What do you want me to write there?" He's like, "I don't know, but Dave's cell." I'm like, "Okay, all right, okay, I'll take care of that." So I don't know. Next time, I mean, that day ended. I went home, and I'm like, all right, I'll put something here. So I'm looking at it right now. You know what it says? It says, "Fuck you, bitch," in all caps with like 5 exclamation points. "Fuck you, bitch." Bold, black, capital letters. Good stuff. So I met up with him again. I'm like, "Hey, I changed my cell phone thing here. Check it out." And "Fuck you, bitch." And he's like, "What the hell?" And I'm like, "That's right. Fuck you, bitch." So that's been on my screen here for like a couple of years now. Fuck you, bitch. Yeah, good stuff. Hey, let's call some people. Now, if you don't want people to call you back, here's a little tip for you. Before you dial the number, what you do is you hit *67, so that marks it as private. So they don't *69. *67. Let's see. Maybe I'll get lucky here. Phone numbers. Let's see. Ba-doop, bop, bow. Okay. Damn it. Bus. This is getting in my... The game's getting in my way here. Trying to put it on speaker. Fucking... Nothing's going on. What is this? Okay, so that sucked. Let's try this again. What the fuck? I gotta turn my my speaker on. Okay, yeah. Did you hear that noise? Should be on. Fuck. Jesus, the bus. Ah. Okay, there we go. Hear that? Here we go. Make up a number. Let's see. How about... There we go. That's a good one. Alright. Yeah. this is why I call businesses.
Hello.
Ah, all right. Let's try another number. If not, I got something else lined up. I hate wasting time with just calling people and getting no responses. That's boring. *67. All right. It's actually a new cell phone from the last time I did this. What? God damn it! Okay, that didn't work. It's not in service. It's not in service. Son of a fuck. Okay, one more, and I'm gonna stop this. I hate striking out. Oh. Oh. Yeah, that sounds like a good number. I like making up these numbers. Come on, do we have a winner? Oh. That's weird, man. Fuck you. Hello? Hello? Hi! Fuck you! Alright, fucking hell, man. That sucks. Alright, we'll get back to that. And yeah, I am definitely gonna cut loose. And we're probably gonna have to call up some businesses because they have to answer, folks. They have to answer. Yes. Yes, they do. And maybe we'll even do a couple of prank calls on a couple people we might know. How does that sound? You know, like, I don't know. People from GameAnyone.com, eh? Yeah, that could be fun. That could be fun. Shh, don't tell them. Shh. Well, probably be too late anyway, but shh. So anyway, what I like to do, you know, on the Desert Bus, and then especially on my live stream, which I like to do, you know, I play some video games, and then ultimately, during kind of like the wee hours, the late hours, I like to show some of my favorite shit, just because I think, if you like me, how can you not like this? The things I'm interested in, the things I find amusing and funny. You're crazy. You gotta love. If I love it, you have to love it. Who wouldn't love it? So yeah, after, you know, I play games, and then I'll either show, you know, George Carlin and his comedy shit, or I'll play episodes of Kenny vs. Spenny, which I fucking love. I love that show. And yeah, I mean, I'm spreading the word of Kenny vs. Spenny, and I think a lot of the people from the stream, the live stream on GameAnyone.com, have become fans of it, because I think Kenny Hotz would thank me. He would say, "Thank you, Dave, for showing my show for free instead of them purchasing it." Yeah, that's what he'd say. So I got some George Carlin lined up. I think this is from '92 or the early '90s. Yeah, he's pretty controversial, but he's really deep, funny as hell. He just recently passed away a couple years back. Yeah, so this is his early '90s shit. Wow, he sounds a little, well, you sound younger, I guess. He sounds a little younger here. So yeah, I would used to stream this, but it's been a while since I've done that. So anyway, I mean, I got a lot of this stuff, so you know, I'm gonna play some for you. You know, we'll take some breaks, we'll do some other shit. You know, we got the time. I got the time. What do you want me to do? Fucking 16 hours. You know, shit, man. So let's start this one. Let's see what he's gonna get into. You're welcome. Oh, right, George. Yeah. For both of us?
Thank you all. Thank you. It's been a little while since I've been here, and a couple of things have happened in that time. I'd like to talk a little bit about the war in the Persian Gulf.
Early '90s.
Big big doings in the Persian Gulf. You know my favorite part of that war? It's the first war we ever had that was on every channel plus cable. And the war got good ratings, too, didn't it? Got good ratings. Well, we like war. We like war. We're a warlike people. We like war because we're good at it. And you know why we're good at it? Because we get a lot of practice. This country's only 200 years old, and already we've had 10 major wars. We average a major war every 20 years in this country, so we're good at it. And it's a good thing we are. We're not very good at anything else anymore.
Game walkthroughs.
Huh? Can't build a decent car, can't make a TV set or a VCR worth the fuck. Got no steel industry left, can't educate our young people, can't get health care to our old people, but we can bomb the shit out of your country, all right? Huh? We can bomb the shit out of your country, all right? Especially if your country is full of brown people. Oh, we like that, don't we? That's our hobby. That's our new job in the world, bombing brown people.
I'm gonna actually pause it right there. You shouldn't get offended with anything George Carlin says about, you know, that kind of stuff, because really he's not trying to be racist. He's just it's just his style of humor. It's actually it's sarcastic, and I don't know, it's kind of in a way, you know, everything he says is kind of it holds some truth to it. So let's get back to it.
Iraq, Panama, Grenada, Libya, you got some brown people in your country. Tell them to watch the fuck out, or we'll goddamn bomb them. Well, when's the last white people you can remember that we bombed? Can you remember the last can you remember any white people we've ever bombed? The Germans, those are the only ones, and that's only because they were trying to cut in on our action. They wanted to dominate the world. Bullshit, that's our fucking job. That's our fucking job. Now we only bomb brown people. Not because they're trying to cut in on our action, just because they're brown. And you probably noticed I don't feel about that war the way we were told we were supposed to feel about that war, the way we were ordered and instructed by the United States government to feel about that war. You see, I'll tell you, my mind doesn't work that way. I got this real moron thing I do. It's called thinking. And I'm not a very good American because I like to form my own opinions. I don't just roll over when I'm told to. Sad to say, most Americans just roll over on command. Not me. I have certain rules I live by. My first rule, I don't believe anything the government tells me. Nothing. Zero. Nope. And I don't take very seriously the media or the press in this country, who in the case of the Persian Gulf War were nothing more than unpaid employees of the Department of Defense, and who most of the time function as kind of an unofficial public relations agency for the United States government. So I don't listen to them, I don't really believe in my country, and I gotta tell you folks, I don't get all choked up about yellow ribbons and American flags. I consider them to be symbols, and I leave symbols to the symbol-minded. Me, I look at war a little bit differently. To me, war is a lot of prick-waving, okay? Simple thing, that's all it is. War is a whole lot of men standing out in the field waving their pricks at one another. Men are insecure about the size of their dicks, and so they have to kill one another over the idea. That's what all that asshole jock bullshit is all about. That's what all that adolescent macho male posturing and strutting in bars and locker rooms is all about. It's called dick fear. Men are terrified that their pricks are inadequate, and so they have to compete with one another to feel better about themselves. And since war is the ultimate competition, basically men are killing each other in order to improve their self-esteem. You don't have to be a historian or a political scientist to see the bigger dick foreign policy theory at work. It sounds like this. What? They have bigger dicks? Bomb them! And of course, the bombs and the rockets and the bullets are all shaped like dicks. It's a subconscious need to project the penis into other people's affairs. It's called fucking with people. So, as far as I'm concerned, that whole thing in the Persian Gulf was nothing more than a big prick-waving dick fight. In this particular case, Saddam Hussein had questioned the size of George Bush's dick. And George Bush had been called a wimp for so long. Wimp rhymes with limp. George has been called a wimp for so long that he has to act out his manhood fantasies by sending other people's children to die. Even the name Bush. Even the name Bush is related to the genitals without being the genitals. A bush is a sort of passive secondary sex characteristic. Now, if this man's name had been George Boner, well, he might have felt a little bit better about himself and we wouldn't have had any trouble over there in the first place. This whole country has a manhood problem. Big manhood problem in the USA. You can tell from the language we use. Language always gives you away. What did we do wrong in Vietnam? We pulled out. Huh? Not a very manly thing to do, is it? When you're fucking people, you gotta stay in there and fuck them good. Fuck them all the way. Fuck them till the end. Fuck them to death. Fuck them to death. Fuck them to death. Stay in there and keep fucking them until they're all dead. We left a few women and children alive in Vietnam, and we haven't felt good about ourselves since. That's why in the Persian Gulf, George Bush had to say, "This will not be another Vietnam." He actually used these words. He said, "This time we're going all the way." Imagine an American president using the sexual slang of a 13-year-old to describe his foreign policy. If you want to know what happened in the Persian Gulf, just remember the names of the two men who were running that war. Dick Cheney and Colin Powell. Somebody got fucked in the ass. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Well, tell you what. Now, to balance the scale, I'd like to talk about some things that bring us together. Things that point out our similarities instead of our differences.
This is a good one.
Because that's all you ever hear about in this country is our differences. That's all the media and the politicians are ever talking about, the things that separate us, things that make us different from one another. That's the way the ruling class operates in any society. They try to divide the rest of the people. They keep the lower and the middle classes fighting with each other so that they, the rich, can run off with all the fucking money. Fairly simple thing, happens to work. You know, anything different, that's what they're going to talk about. Race, religion, ethnic and national background, jobs, income, education, social status, sexuality, anything they can do, keep us fighting with each other so that they can keep going to the bank. You know how I describe the economic and social classes in this country? The upper class keeps all of the money, pays none of the taxes. The middle class pays all of the taxes, does all of the work. The poor are there just to scare the shit out of the middle class. Keep them showing up at those jobs. So, stirring up the shit is something I like to do from time to time, but I also like to know that I can come back to these little things we have in common, little universal moments that we share separately, the things that make us the same. They're so small we hardly ever talk about them. Do you ever look at your watch and then you don't know what time it is? And you have to look again, and you still don't know the time. So you look a third time, and somebody says, "What time is it?" You say, "I don't know." Do you ever notice how sometimes all day Wednesday, you keep thinking it's Thursday? And it happens over and over all day long. And then the next day, you're all right again. Do you ever find yourself standing in one of the rooms in your house and you can't remember why you went in there? And two words float across your mind: Alzheimer's disease. You ever been talking to yourself and somebody comes in the room and you have to make believe you were singing? And you hope to God the other person really believes there's a song called What Does She Think I Am? Some kind of putz? Little experiences we've all had. You ever been sitting in a railroad train in a station and there's another train sitting right next to you and one of them starts to move and you can't tell which one it is? How about when you're out on a small boat on a windy day? You ever been out rocking back and forth for 3 or 4 hours trying to keep your balance? Rough seas, little boat. Then you get back into the shore and you're standing on the dock and you could swear there was something inside of you that was still out there rocking. Did you ever try to pick up a suitcase you thought was full, but it wasn't? And you go, and for just a split second you feel really strong. How about when you're looking through a chain link fence? Did you ever notice if you're just the right distance from a chain link fence, sometimes it seems to go, what is that? How do they do that? Did you ever try to tell somebody they have a little bit of dirt on their face? You can never get them to rub the right spot, can you? Say, you got a little bit of dirt right here. They always go, where, here? And you just want to slap the bastard. Did you ever notice how awful your face looks in a mirror in a restroom that has fluorescent lights? Every cut, scrape, scratch, scar, scab, bruise, boil, bump, pimple, zip, wart, welt, and abscess you've had since birth all seem to come back at the same time. And all you can think of is, I gotta get the fuck out of here! Did you ever notice sometimes when you're walking with your arm around your date, one of you has to change the way you're walking? Men and women don't walk the same. One of them has to change. Either the man has to walk like this, or the woman has to walk like this.
Too bad we can't see that.
Joey, how are you?
I'm sure you can imagine.
How about when you're going up a flight of stairs and you think there's one more step? And you go... And then you have to kind of keep doing that, you know? So people will think it's something you do all the time. I do this all the time. It's the 3rd stage of syphilis. Same thing happens when you're going down the stairs. You could swear there was one more step. Holy shit. My hips are in my chest. When you drink grapefruit juice in the morning, do you go like this? I do too. Why do we drink it? It's like ice cream throat. You know when you've been eating ice cream too fast and you get that frozen spot in the back of your throat, but you can't do anything about it because you can't reach it to rub it? You just have to kind of wait for it to go away, and it does. Then what do? Eat more ice cream! What are we, fucking stupid? Did you ever fall asleep on a late afternoon and wake up after dark and you don't know what goddamn day it is?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Like when you have your head on the pillow. Do you ever notice when you have your head on the pillow, if you close the bottom eye, the pillow is down there. Then if you switch eyes, the pillow moves up there. Whoa, holy shit, Dave, look at this.
I'm looking.
The mystery of the moving pillow. I think it's related to the chain link fence mystery myself. Do you ever have to sneeze while you're taking a piss?
Or shit.
It's frightening, isn't it? It's frightening because actually you can't do it. It's physically impossible to sneeze while pissing. Your brain won't let it happen. Your brain says, stop pissing! We're going to sneeze now! Because your brain knows you might blow your asshole out.
Oh, man.
Thank you. The mystery of the moving pillow. I think it's related to the chain link fence mystery myself. Did you ever have to...
Yeah, we heard that. Alright. So, I think I'm gonna call it my wrap right here. We're getting to a half hour. So, good stuff, guys, you know. We'll play a little bit more George Carlin. We'll get this shit going. So, see you on the next vid. Ooh-ah!